I get asked from now and then about how I got into coaching speech. Frankly, I'm not sure. When I was finishing training of comedy, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but I knew why I wanted to focus on something that would allow me to develop a specific uh, set of skills. A friend of mine happened to be coaching speech at the time, and I decided to give that a try while I figured things out in terms of my long term goals. And I was lucky enough to come across good work opportunities. And I gradually found myself really caring about the work. And I've never looked back once. Yesterday, I was at a park with my dog and I got into conversation with this stranger. And I noticed that he used the English word treat instead of 간식, which immediately caught my attention because that is not those of English words that is typically used with Korean. That alone was pretty clear indication he had a certain level of comfort with English language. Dwayne Johnson and Arnold Schwarzenegger? I don't think it's a fair comparison. That's true. Dwayne is a very talented and accomplished actor, but he isn't nearly as charismatic as Arnold. And when it comes to overall impact in Hollywood, Dwayne doesn't even come close to what Arnold has done. How well do you know Kim? I doubt she had anything to do with it. I suppose that you can you can think considering the circumstances, but that would be very unlike her. But she was there when it happened. Well, I imagined that she was just passing by. Oh, I take it you know her very well. Yes, of course, we've known each other since high school. Hmm. I've put together the list of things we need to do this week. I tried to include everything we discussed this morning, but I would like it if we go over it together and make sure nothing has been left out. I did my best to put it in chronological order, but please let me know if you feel we need to make some changes and make sure. Recently, I bought a new laundry machine and I got it yesterday, but it turned out to be much bigger than I thought. I was gonna put it in my bathroom, put it in my bathroom, but it didn't fit. So there wasn't anything I could do. It's not like I can put it in my bed, right? So I just canceled the purchase. I felt like it too much trouble. It's too much trouble looking for a new laundry machine and scheduling another delivery. That's why I just canceled it. The first thing you need to do is go to the website and request a cancellation. As soon as you do that, you're gonna get an email asking you to verify basic information. Once you've replied to that, you're gonna get another email within 2 or 3 days confirming your information. Just out of curiosity, what were you planning to do? She's gonna don't get the wrong way. She said it was best for you. Just out of consideration, out of concern for you, just out of concern for you. I admit that I'm doing this out of my guilty. He said he's doing this out of goodness of his heart, but I know he's doing this out of self-interest. Normally, I don't even consider it. Normally, I wouldn't even consider it, but out of respect for him, respect for his effort and contribution, especially in the beginning, I just allow this once. Well, my parents and I hardly ever exchange gifts. I sometimes write them a small card, but that's even the only on special occasions. Most of the time, we just go to a nice place to eat and spend some time together. And when I feel like I should get them something, I just give them some money more often than anything else. What else? Well, this is your first time, so don't overdo it and focus on one thing at a time. If you do many things at the same time, you're bound to make mistakes. So you're gonna do everything separately one by one, right? and you have to do in order, you have to do it in order, then you won't make mistake. Oh, right. Well, how was your first day at work? Well, that's okay. Why? Was there any problem? Well, surprisingly, people ask very private questions like it was nothing. Hey, just that's face. That's just a face. So, well, you can you can't fit it. Well, just I answered it because I wanted to fit it quickly, but I wasn't very comfortable. Oh, I hadn't seen her in almost in I hadn't seen her in a couple of years, but I was very surprised. About I was very surprised how much she had grown. I hadn't seen him in a couple of years, but I was very surprised how much he had aged. I hadn't been there in almost 5 years, but I was very surprised how little it had changed. All right. At my first job, we organized a group of high-level students to assist low-level students. We started as a desperate attempt to provide the beginners with more frequent feedback, but it did more than just that. You see, many of higher-level students at the time felt like they had hit a plateau, as many often do. But by taking the responsibility of teaching someone else, it motivated them to upgrade their game and improve. Just now, on my way here, on my way here, I looked, I saw a dog wandering around here. It looked so dirty. It looked like he hadn't taken a bath for a long time. And it didn't have an owner. The worst thing was that it was so skinny. I felt like it had only um, it almost looked as if it had nothing left but its skin and bones. Judging by its size and everything, judging by its size and everything, it was so young. I think it was so young. Bye.